Huh. I seem to have a bit of a dilemma. Do I fix it? Or do I keep on using it? I'll show you what I got. Right down here. I discovered that while I was cleaning it up after I used it last. Welcome back, everybody. It is Sunday, May 16th, 2021. This little video will be bits and pieces over my activities of the next 2 days that I have off of work, Monday the 17th and Tuesday the 18th. So a lot of little stuff coming up putting this one together. So stay tuned. You never know what I might be up to. Heck, I might even work an old tractor or two. None of these blades are really good. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little wear pattern clear up into here on all of them. And this one's got stress cracks going up in there. And that one's really pretty. It's missing a bunch. And that one is too. For those of you that's been following the channel, you know that I more or less inherited this Cub Cadet lawnmower. Would not recommend it to anybody. It is super noisy, the engine is. Doesn't cut where the hoot, but then that might have something to do with it. It's these blades. Stepdad was known to mow concrete sidewalks, tree stumps, and other rocks, especially over at their house in Wendell when they lived over there. Yeah, these blades are way beyond shot for only 120 hours showing on the hour meter on this mower. So yeah, abused heavily, I would say. So yeah, I'm going to run to town right quick because tomorrow, Monday morning at 8 o'clock, I've got an appointment to get the front end aligned on the 1980 half-ton. So, yeah, going to go to town tonight and get these and maybe get to some mowing. A dark cloud right there is one of the reasons why I'm trying to get some stuff done tonight. This is looking towards the east-southeast. I'll snap a finger and go, hello. Anyway, yeah, I got to get stuff done as I can on my 2 days off because it could be raining and wind blowing and everything else. And guess what? Right up that way where the Badger Creek fire was, yeah, there's another forest fire up there again already. Should be about out though by today unless the wind comes up. And from the looks of that dark streak right in there, it's putting down some rain. That'll help those firefighters up there. Yeah, when you compare, you line them up, where they're even, you can see about how much metal is actually missing off of the end of those blades. Yeah, compared to the new ones, yeah, there's a pair of brand new ones sitting right there. So, yeah, especially on this one here, that's pretty sad. Yeah, that's bad. So, anyway, new set of blades. We'll put on that mower and we'll see if these will make it 100 hours or more. The one thing I don't care for on the Cub Cadet are these little clips that hold the deck onto the lift assembly. And there's also one of these little clips that attaches the on-off cable for the deck to the deck. They work great when you can get to them, but up underneath in that deck, yeah, those little buggers, pain in the tuchus. Those are eventually going to get replaced with just a regular cotter pin with one leg bent down, and we're going to call it good. But for right now, I'm putting these little buggers back in. It's notoriously hard to see that with a camera of this quality for zoom and whatnot. But the burrow pit makes a heck of a real steep kind of a V notch through there. And all in all, I'm impressed with the new blades on the mower. It did real well. The problem is the 42-inch deck is too wide to get down into the bottom of that. So you have to mow it this way, the bottom, and then back and forth, and just kind of zigzag your way back down through it a couple of times just to get the curve of the bowl. That's why I like using the push mower for this area here. But yeah, the machine ran a lot quieter with the new blades on it. The motor is still noisy as heck, but yeah, I'm liking the new blades. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, the 17th of May, 2021. What am I doing up so early this morning? Well, last night that big old black cloud come in, gave us one heck of a thunderstorm, a lot of wind and rain. So today, now that the weather's calmed down, I'm going to unload the old truck here, except for the tires. I'm going to take it in and get it aligned and wheel bearings packed and whatever else they're going to do to the front end on it. Oh yeah, hang in there. Got more coming today. I got a little cool with that storm that came through last night, and all of the windows on the old pickup are a little fogged up. And if they don't get too crazy with the price tag on doing the alignment and repair of the front end of this old pickup, I'm going to have them pull the tires off of those rims, and I'll buy some new inner tubes today. Then if it doesn't take too long today, those rims are going to get sandblasted up at Idaho Powder Coating. We're going to get them cleaned up and ready to go and put those tires back on. Don't mind me, I'm just getting a look at the crack in the sidewall on this tire. Fortunately, it doesn't go clear through, but sitting flat on that tire didn't help. That was the one that was on the uphill side. Wished it had been jacked up a little bit higher, but it isn't. But for what we're going to do with the old tractor, plenty of tread life left in it, and if the tube peeks through there eventually, well, then we'll worry about putting on a different set of tires on this old tractor. In the meantime, we're going to roll these off, put the tires away, and then tomorrow when the weather turns bad, which is day 2 of my 2-day off, I'll work on those rims. I talked to the powder coating people. They don't have a John Deere yellow in stock, but they claim their safety yellow is fairly close. So if they can do the wheel centers later on, I'll probably go ahead and have them do these rims. It appears everybody has a hard time getting tires off of old tractor rims. As you can see, there's a few dings and dents in that one that were just put in it today. So yeah, I'm impressed with that one too. Something else happened today that I wasn't real happy with. I told the guy that the ignition switch, you put the key in on the steering column to start the engine, sometimes it didn't return back out of the start position. Well, when I get in the thing today from the tire shop, he had wrenched on the thing so hard back, I couldn't hardly turn it forwards to even start the dadgum truck. So, yeah, IQ of some people. Plus, they couldn't do the alignment on the front end of the truck today because they've got to order in parts. So there's about $1,200 worth of parts we got to put in on the old Ford truck. So, got to have it or we can't use it. Today is Monday the 17th, and Tuesday the 18th, the weather looks like it's going to turn bad. So it's hot and humid today because of all the rain from yesterday, and the ground's fairly wet, but it looks like it'll be a good day to get out here behind me to put in the driveway into the field and set up the garden plot. So we're going to get that done, and then if there's enough time, I might even get the fence put back in over here on this side of the creek where it goes into the pond. Might even get a few other things done today. We'll see, so hang tight. We'll see what's up. We'll start off marking the garden plots by putting a T-post in here where that orange stake is that I put in a couple days ago when we measured. We'll do the same down at the other end. Run a string line between the two. That'll give me the guideline for the tractor to make the edge of the garden plot and the driveway. Kind of like that. Now that one's in. We'll measure from the split cedar rail fence over, and hopefully we'll come up with the west side of the driveway. Alrighty, what I was doing was running a piece of orange baling twine between this post right here and the one down at the other end. I did it on both sides of what's going to be the driveway. Reason being, that's my string line, that's the straight line between point A, point B, and that's the line the tractor's going to follow to make the drainage ditch on either side of the driveway. And this side will be the drainage for the garden plots. Well, there it is, folks. There's the driveway. It shows up better from this north end than it does from down there at the south end. But, yeah, the driveway is laid out. It's in. We've got the drainage on either side of it for field runoff. And eventually we'll seed that down to some grass and just let some grass grow. Now, whether or not that would be like lawn grass or pasture grass, I don't know yet. That's to be seen, but most likely probably pasture grass. I would have filmed me doing the work with Stinky, the little 8N Ford tractor, if it wasn't for the fact that doing the straight rows on either side took a lot of concentration. I needed both hands on the wheel, and last thing I could have hung on to was the camera for you guys. So apologies for there. We do have a little clip, though, of it for you, me working it. So anyway, on we get to the next little project. Well, I tell you, I just got back from the tire shop in town where I gave them my heartfelt apology after I was a little bit irate when I got in there. Went in this morning to get this old pickup's front end line and come to find out we had to order about $1,200 worth of parts and labor and whatnot and have to go back next week to get the work done. It's fine, I don't have a problem with that. But again, they're in the truck to leave, and the key is in the switch. Not a big deal. But the ignition switch is in the lock position, like you see it right there with the key in it. Okay? The key's in it. Like that. Well, this key has always been falling out of there because you never needed it to start the truck before because it had never turned back to the lock position. Well, yours truly gets on that with his Leatherman. He's a little disgusted because it won't turn, and the guy wrenched on it and broke it or whatever. So in the on position, I can't get the key out of it anymore. It's stuck. So I'm thinking, what the heck? Well, I counted to 10 a couple of times here at the farm and did the driveway and a little few other jobs. Went storming back in there and said, hey, how in the heck do I get that key out of there? I was a little upset with your guy for breaking my dang switch. It's already kind of half wore out and broke. Well, the nice little fella comes out, gets in the truck, pushes that button down right there. You can see me doing it, and turn the key. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Guess what? That's common on all the vehicles out of the 80s. Yeah. So needless to say, I got egg on my face. That's right up there with me trying to start that pressure washer this spring back in February with the switch in the off position. And a few other little boneheaded stunts I've pulled over the years. Well, this looks like it needs to go to the barrel. Right over here. Because this little trailer is going to come out of there. So I can go to town cleaning up the front yard. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to bore you with the details of me mowing the front lawn and cleaning up the mess of the limbs and whatnot. Just imagine that and picture it in your head. Anyway, I'll be back with some more projects to do after I'm done with that. Might even get on to banging the dents and dings out of those tractor rims. Yes, the shed is still here. It was sold clear back in February. And it needs to hurry up and go and get out of here because I've got some other projects that need to happen before we have our upcoming show in October. I've mentioned this before, but we need to get the shed out of here so I can get some heavy equipment in here and remove that foundation that you can see over yonder and in here behind these bushes and whatnot, and that concrete step. My maternal grandmother used to have a manufactured home sitting here, and after she passed, it was sold and moved to Jerome. That was a lot of years ago, and this concrete foundation needs to get out of here. These bushes all need to get moved so that I can level this area and turn it into a parking area for all of our equipment. Eventually, there might even be a pole barn put on here to house some of that equipment. So what does the old shed have to do with anything that's going on here at the farm, let alone moving that concrete foundation and getting that gone? Well, plenty. That shed and some other things are right in the way of the needs of the heavy equipment to be able to get in there to move out that concrete, like a dump truck and or backhoe / excavator needs to get in there. So that's one of the major projects we got going on this year at the farm. The other projects include getting the garden up and running, buying a hay baler, plus getting the front end and brakes and whatnot fixed on that thing so it's totally usable. Then we're going to spend a ton of money on that 450 farm-all that's sitting way over yonder. Don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, that thing's got a power hay baler. So a lot of projects yet coming here at the farm. Since the fellow backed out on purchasing that storage shed right there, Skylar and I are going to disassemble that, or I'm going to disassemble it, be probably more accurate, and we're going to use the lumber out of that for a roadside stand of sorts. Anyway, what with lumber prices the way they are this year, most everything in that shed will be reclaimed and used in the new little roadside stand that we're going to use here as the store at the farm. So that is another one of our major projects coming up this year. Volunteer help is always going to be appreciated. Lunch is provided, and might even have some cold drinks coming up before too long in our fridge. Well, I'm going to leave you with me setting that fence back in place again and putting it together. So, yeah, like I said, we'll probably do Tuesday the 18th stuff tomorrow, if the weather isn't behaving too terribly badly. Sounds like we're going to have 20 to 30 mile an hour gust winds with a good chance of rain. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up tonight and we're going to call it good. But before I go, don't forget, we got the 100 subscriber challenge going on, that by the 31st of May this year, I have 100 subscribers to this channel. So please share it with all your friends and family and have them subscribe. It only takes 2 seconds. Just push on that little button right down there, or click on that little deal that says subscribe in white letters on that big red block. You can't miss it. And as always, leave us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. Just keep the comments clean because kids do watch the video. In fact, that's why I got started doing them, was for the grandkids, so they knew what Grandpa was up to. And before I go, why did the cabbage win the race? Because it was ahead. You all have a good day now. We'll catch up with you later.